Hey guys, Double Costin here. It's that time of year again. The new TCG September ban list just came out, and honestly, guys, my initial reactions to this thing was literally crazy. I was screaming out loud. I was speechless at the same time. But it's been a few days, and now I have for you guys the top 5 holy shit, what the fuck moments, things that happened in this TCG September ban list, and let's just go on with it, guys. At number 5, guys, we have the unbanning of Exciton Knight. So Exciton Knight had the power basically of a little evenly matched. So if you control less cards than your opponent did and in their hand, you can just destroy all other cards in the field. And that back then was honestly too much for Yu-Gi-Oh! To handle, so they had to ban Exciton Knight. And I knew that Konami would be unbanning Exciton Knight at some point, but I did really not expect it to unban it literally right now. And honestly, looking back at it, even though my reaction was super surprised, super holy crap, they actually unbanned Exciton Knight, I feel like Exciton Knight can actually have its place in this format. So first off, not a lot of decks have the rank 4 toolbox with them. A lot of decks right now focusing on links for the most part, so they don't really have space to run Exciton Knight, or even to run rank 4s, even if they are running level 4s, right? But even still, the power to just destroy all the cards in the field isn't really that strong or great in today's format, because Konami and Yu-Gi-Oh! Right now is just super fast, and I know it's a good comeback card, but again, evenly matched is basically a much better Exciton Knight, because it has this hand trap ability, has the power to destroy and banish cards, right, unlike Exciton Knight, but still, it's still gonna be a powerful card that decks can run. So I can picture smaller decks running this card. Hopefully I can fit it in some decks. I might have to take it out if it's not doing that much of a job, but again, the fact that Exciton Knight is off the ban list is super crazy to me as someone who loved and worshipped this card. Back then, this card was super expensive, and now has a super cheap reprint that's what, $2, $3, $4, $5 maximum right now. Pick some up if you want. It's a budget card. It's a budget rank 4 card too, so that actually surprised me. So on to the next one. At number 4, guys, we have the unbanning of both Morphing Jar and Card Destruction, guys. And just looking at their card effects, you can just tell that they're just straight up degenerate in and of themselves. So Morphing Jar, again, the famous card in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Lord Yu-Gi-Oh! Format. It is a flip effect monster that says both players discard their entire hands, and then they draw 5 cards. And at that point, guys, you can literally draw 5 cards fresh out the deck with just 1 card. Having no cards in hand, you can discard your entire hands and draw 5 cards. Again, your opponent draws 5 cards too, but that same process has led to a bunch of degenerate combos and degenerate decks. So Morphing Jar had its own deck, honestly, guys. It was called Flip the Jar, where you just flip Morphing Jar over and over again and just deck out your opponent. Also works super well with Dark Worlds, again, along with Card Destruction. So Card Destruction is sort of a faster mini Morphing Jar, so it's a spell card, and both players discard their entire hands and draw the same amount of cards they had. So it's not as busted as Morphing Jar, but again, it is a spell card. But this, along with Morphing Jar in Dark Worlds, had some amazing synergy. So all the Dark Worlds got their effects off Card Destruction. And honestly, that was way too much. Both of these cards got banned eventually, but Konami brought both of them back at the same time. Holy shit, what the fuck, Konami? Obviously, Konami has some ulterior motives going on here, so they want to promote their new archetype, the new TCG only archetype, Danger, and right now, Danger has literally no presence in the format at all. Literally, all their cards are super expensive, and they do absolutely nothing right now, and their best deck, their best version of Danger is with Dark Worlds, right? So Konami is basically thinking to themselves, hey, let's unban these super broken, degenerate Dark World boosting cards, right? And hopefully Danger can do something, so then people can actually buy their product and buy their new product instead of just playing Gokis and Trickstars the entire time. But that's just some Konami politics that we have to deal with every single time the ban list comes out. And that's just sort of holy crap, these cards exist, but Konami wants to do something with them. And honestly, I will get these cards will mess things up. If you can get Morphing Jar off 0 cards in hand, or a full a bajillion cards in hand and Card Destruction, and you're running Dark Worlds, that's just too much advantage at one point. And honestly, these cards only affect basically Dark World. I mean, it affects other cards, other decks too, but honestly, guys, these cards, I mean, we'll wait and see. Alright, next one. At number 3, guys, we finally have it. Elemental Hero Stratos finally got unbanned after years and years of imprisonment. The funny thing is, guys, Konami could have unbanned Stratos literally at any moment in the past few years, and it would literally done nothing to the format at all. I know Stratos is a very powerful card with the ability to search almost like literally every single hero card out there. And Konami has been releasing more and more hero cards, but still, even with Stratos at 1 or even at 2, maybe, heroes aren't gonna do that much. They're not gonna change the format. They're not gonna beat Gokis or Trickstars or Sky Strikers at all. They're just gonna let hero players be better hero players at some point. That's why literally the community has been wanting Stratos for so long, because like it felt like when Stratos was banned in the first place, it was like the most random ban ever. It was like more of like an OCG response. And again, the OCG unbanned Stratos a few years ago. Or maybe like, I don't know, I have no idea how long ago it was, but still, they unbanned Stratos. So again, the TCG has been wanting Stratos for the longest time, and literally the reaction of the community when Stratos was unbanned, when they first saw the ban list, it was like the craziest thing. But you know what? I know a lot of you guys are thinking, since Stratos is so crazy, why isn't it my number one pick for the most what the fuck moment in the new ban list? And guys, for me personally, Stratos is an awesome card, but it has nothing against these two cards. Fuck my fucking... So I know what you guys are thinking. If Stratos is the craziest unban ever, and the community response to this single card was the craziest thing, and everyone was up in arms about like Stratos finally being unbanned after years and years, why isn't Stratos higher up on this list? Why isn't Stratos the craziest, top, most what the fuck moment in this ban list? And for me, it's my list. I have my own opinion, and it's more of like how I emotionally responded first seeing my initial reactions to this ban list. And these next two cards, these next two hits, basically, like literally gave me like, holy shit, what the fuck are you smoking, Konami reaction? Like, how can you do this to me? Holy crap, what the... I mean, you guys get it, right? So hopefully I can explain it to you guys better, but that's why Stratos is number one, because these next two cards, literally, what the fuck. Alright, so at number 2, guys, we have the limiting of ASL Core. So ASL Core is sort of a little bit degenerate, so it has the effect of when it is sent from the... if it is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add one other union monster from your graveyard to your hand. And this is not a hard once per turn, it's not even a once per turn, so you can use it as many times as you like, right? So this, along with other cards, in tandem with other cards, allows it to do multiple loops, and you can basically get an FTK off like Cannon Soldier or cards like that, right? So it's pretty degenerate, but the thing is, Konami could have stopped this combo by literally hitting any other card in the combo process, right? Especially, and I know you guys know what I'm about to talk about now, is literally Firewall Dragon. If they just hit Firewall Dragon, not like limiting it at all, right? Just ban Firewall, right? You could actually stop this entire deck without crippling an entire archetype. So I'm sort of biased, right? I run and main basically ABCs. I love the cards concept. I love the thing about it, right? I love playing ABCs. And with limiting ASL Core, right? It cripples the deck so much that if you just take off A, right? If you like banish A in some way, the deck can't really function at all. And basically they need like at least like a second A to even do anything. And the fact that they targeted A when they could have hit Firewall, but Konami are too big of a pussy company to actually hit the archetype main card, right? Like literally they don't ban Firewall because the main protagonist of the freaking anime has it. Like it's his like protagonist card. That's why they don't freaking hit Firewall. Literally any other card in the combo process, they had to hit A. What the fuck? I'm like reading this. I'm reading the ban list and I see they limit A. I'm like, what the fuck? They probably like limited C or B too, whatever, right? No, they didn't. So I'm like, oh shoot, they're probably hitting the FTK. But once I didn't see Firewall on there, I'm like, what the fuck? Why? You get it, guys, right? Konami, big Dumbo, and like I'm super smart. But honestly, guys, I'm just really mad, sort of peeved. What the fuck? Konami could do anything else, but I'll have to live with it. We'll see where it goes. But this isn't even number one. Like number one, this straight up pisses me off. And at number 1, guys, we have the OCG ban list in parallel to the TCG ban list. So a few days after the TCG ban list came out, the OCG just came out with their ban list. And I have to say, it's literally like exactly what everybody wanted. And it's crazy how the TCG just can't keep up. So literally, how they dealt with the FTK combo with ASL Core, they didn't limit A. And by limiting A, they would potentially like destroy an entire archetype, again, ABCs. But instead of limiting A, and instead of banning Firewall again, because they can't still ban Firewall due to it being a protagonist card, they instead actually hit the burn cards that did and allow the FTK to happen in the first place. So they banned Amazon's Archer, they banned Cannon Soldier, they also banned Summon Sorceress because Summon Sorceress is still degenerate in and of itself. But they literally banned the burn cards to just not let the FTK happen. So that's why it's super crazy, because the TCG could literally do the exact same thing and allow A to be at 3 or 2, whatever they like, but they can still have that deck function, right? I mean, there's other cool stuff in the OCG ban list that's pretty cool. Like, they have Tempest at 1, they allow Dragon Ruler back, and they have little different hits now and then. But literally, they still allowed Firewall, which again is fine, but they had a much better option. Like, what the fuck, Konami? How do you have, like... How is it not in the OCG they hit the burn cards, right? But in the TCG they're like, you know what? These burn cards that nobody plays except for degenerate FTKs, let's allow these FTK cards still at 3. But Assault Core A, everyone plays that card because again people run ABCs, but let's just limit it, right? They're not gonna let the combo happen, right? That's why you should always hit the burn cards instead of like the combo cards, because A didn't deserve this, guys. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this little rant. Like, it's like a top 5 rant video. It's sort of new on this channel. Hopefully you guys liked it. If you did, please leave a like and just put a comment below. Like, how do you feel about this new ban list? Do you agree with it? Do you have the same similar feelings that I do? Do you have any like criticism against my arguments? Because again, you can call them arguments, but it's basically me ranting like an emotional child. But if you guys have anything, feel free to drop it in the comments below. But I think that's it, guys. Double Cost out. What's up, guys?